Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 262 of the Socially Distanced Podcast. I am your lead host and co-host of this episode, your Padme Amidala of anime, your human Star Wars encyclopedia, and I am still recovering from pre-recording because it was hilarious. Hijinks ensued, if you all only knew. But I am Amanda Rivas, and you guys, we're here, we're back, and we're back in our Star Wars era because we're here to talk about the Andor finale, you guys. So before we dive right in, we can't do this without I want to say, could we say the Luthen rail of this podcast? Because
I can
he's
pull
the
it off.
one. You could pull it off.
I can pull it off.
You're starting it. You got us to where we are, and of course, obviously, you have a much better fate. And we love that for you.
I was like, cool, my daughter's going to kill me. All right, sweet.
But please join us in welcoming, of course, the editor-in-chief of thepopbreak.com, the master of chaos here, Bill Botkin, my wonderful friend. How are you doing?
I took an oath. No, I am doing good, man. I'm doing good. Ready to just cry about Andor. It's going to be great. A lot of exciting things happen on the Pop Break. So I'm just really excited. We have so much going on. I'll talk about it at the end of the episode, but I'm so excited to be here. We got a great crew with us. We got our own K2SO. We have a Clea. We're ready to rock and roll, man.
Yeah, we're set. We're set. And speaking of our K2SO, of course, we have one of our favorite people on the face of this planet because we absolutely adore him. I do, especially. I'm like, one of my favorite people. Again, one of the best pre-recording segments we've had. He'll tell you because we can't tell you. We can't spoil the surprise yet. But of course, please join us in welcoming the master of wrangling all of the cats here on the Pop Break Podcast, our podcast director, Alex Marcus. Wonderful friend. How are you? It's been way too long since we've had you on here.
I'm so good. I'm so happy to be back. And Bill, I can't believe you told everybody that we met when I tried to kill you down a dark alley. That's wild.
Yeah, you did. You did. That's how a lot of my friendship starts.
We became best friends, though, so it's okay.
Most of my best friends hated me when they first met me. True story.
That's what we call the reverse Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You know what? It's me. I'm the problem, guys. Let's face it.
But we still love you, though. We still love you.
You hated me first. So.
There you go. But of course, we can't do this without our special guest, our wonderful Clea, one of our favorite contributors to the Pop Break. By the way, go visit the Pop Break. Check out her work. She's got everything on there from one of my favorite articles with a what if take on Star Wars edition. That was really cool. It was amazing. Of course, she's done her most recent coverage on the finale episodes of Andor. So after listening to us, go read her work because it was fantastic. And of course, she also has an interview up, which we'll chat with her a little bit about with Andor Season 2 composer Brandon Roberts. So, and of course, she is a newlywed as well. So we are introducing her. You've heard her here before, but now you're hearing her again under her new married name. So Amanda Hoffman, aka Amanda Jr., welcome back. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. I'm happy to be back. It's been too much of a hot minute to take a break, but I'm so excited. Gonna join y'all in crying to Andor and then Rogue One right after to go into that really nice seamless swish.
I hear you. I don't know if we're all emotionally recovered, but you know what? We're gonna just dive right in and just really air out our feelings here because we have a lot to say about Andor. But before we do that, we're going to pregame. And we're going to pregame because we've got to talk about Jonathan Bailey and his slutty little glasses.
Glasses.
Yeah, I said it. Because this week, we got the trailer for the new Jurassic World Rebirth movie getting ready to come out on July 2nd. So we all saw the trailer. And I want to get a feel from y'all about what you think and if you're going to see it. Obviously, Bill and I have to see it because we're covering it. But for our guests, if you guys are going to see it. So, Alex, since this is fresh in your brain and yes. Jonathan Bailey is Bay, what did you think?
I liked this trailer better than the last trailer in most ways. I thought that the performances seemed more engaging. I was a little bit worried after the first trailer, like Scarlett Johansson, who I love so much and has given some of my favorite all-time performances, was like a little bit wooden and stiff in that first trailer. And this one, I felt like I got a little bit more out of her in a way that I appreciated. They explained why there's randomly children in that one scene in the first trailer. I suspected that we were going to get an explanation at some point, but we do. And it seems kind of like Family Vacation gone wrong, which like that seems perfect for a Jurassic movie. So
Oh yeah.
I'm here for that. Mahershala Ali looks incredible. Jonathan Bailey looks super sexy. And they made a xenomorph dinosaur. Is that what's happening?
Yes.
That's what it looked like to me.
Because why not? And also like vampire pterodactyls. It looks like.
Sure.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Do you think that that's what this is? Is it like monster dinosaurs?
Mash. Just say monster mash.
I mean,
yeah.
Do we need to make dinosaurs more monstrous? I don't know. That's a question. I guess we'll have to get an answer to.
I mean, I'm just gonna say yes.
Okay.
I'm always here for more monstrous dinosaurs.
Cool.
You know.
Are you gonna see it in theaters though, Alex?
Yeah.
I'll probably see it in theaters. Jurassic, the first Jurassic Park film, obviously is iconic and a classic of all time. The other films have like a pretty spotty record in my opinion. I've seen all of them, but I can't say that I love any of them. So my enthusiasm is not super high, but I feel like if you're going to see a Jurassic Park movie, you have to see it in the theaters. Like it would be a waste otherwise. So I will likely see it in theaters, but probably not like Thursday night of release. You know, maybe that's a Sunday morning sort of situation for me.
So Jonathan Bailey's not enough to make it a Thursday night release.
Listen, I could see him in Wicked on Peacock in my room whenever I want. So,
True.
you know.
True. This is fair. This is fair.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
hold back on that.
You really tried, Bill. You really tried. It's just let it out if you really need to. Just.
It's like the jokes write themselves. It's like release in his room. You know, it's right there. Right there. I couldn't take it. It was just it's been a long day. Sometimes I can't help myself. I apologize, Amanda Jr. I'm old enough to be your dad. Shouldn't say that thing.
She's a married lady now. You need to be more respectful around her.
I know,
yes,
I
you do.
What a
yes,
jerk.
you do.
Show the respect.
Lord Hoffman's could be pissed.
You know, you know what? You know what would make things better, Bill? If you adopted an A name, because we are all here. Team A plus. Come on.
Listen, I'm
Triple A and the double Bs. That's who we are today.
That's Bill Bodkin. There we go.
There we go. There we go. So, Bill, what did you think?
I got to take umbrage with the slutty little glasses. I have little glasses. Maybe it's because I have a huge face. It never worked for me. I don't know.
Did you have a breezy linen button down also? Because that's kind of key part of the deal.
I think that's where I fail.
Yeah.
I think that's where I failed. I was a lot of free bar t-shirts and baggy jeans.
It's a different vibe.
Thank God my wife came along. Straightened me out on that end. I think this is the best Jurassic trailer since Jurassic Park, like the first one, because all the other ones have kind of been like, okay, this is a movie that exists. The first Jurassic World, I'm like, okay, you know, Bryce Dallas Howard, Chris Pratt, yeah, that's cool. This one, I was just like, okay, like you said, Alex, we have performances here. We have 3 really good actors in the lead here. It seems like there's more stakes. There was more action. There was a little bit more of a horror element that the first one it really had. So, yeah, I'm just like this. Like, get me a bucket of popcorn. I'm not buying whatever ridiculous 7-foot dinosaur popcorn bucket they're going to sell. Although I will be very tempted. But yeah, this just looks like a lot of fun at the movies. I think it's going to be a lot of thrills, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to a good time.
Okay. So Amanda Jr., what did you think? Are you going to go see it in theaters?
Oh, 100%. And I will be buying the 7-foot tall popcorn bucket, hands down. Take my money.
That's what you do when you don't have kids yet. You buy the fucking popcorn bucket.
Well, see,
I love it.
Go on Tuesday for the $5 tickets and then spend the rest on the popcorn bucket. Even if it's then 5 times the original price, gotta do it. But hands down, see it in theaters. Looks great. ScarJo can do no wrong. And Jonathan Bailey, put in the same category, do no wrong. But no, I love how it looks like more of a horror film. And I really cannot wait for the middle of the film where it's going to be probably the most intense and edge of my seat, probably crying, laughing, screaming. It'll be so good.
Oh man. No, I'm with you guys. I'm really enjoying the horror element of, this trailer, like that whole thing with the poor guy that's like
Mm.
trapped. He's like, open the door for me. They made that into a poster, y'all. That is a straight one of the posters for this movie. Do I want that poster? Yes, I do. Because you don't have, that's what to me has been missing from the franchise. And I love the first Jurassic Park. Alex, that's how you and I first connected. It was like, you know how much I love this film. Y'all know how much I love it. I've seen it a
Many
million
people
times.
might not know because we did a whole episode that
Yes.
got lost to the sands of time in that.
Yes. One
Don't
day.
worry about
no.
don't worry about it, because to pregame this film, we are going back to the original film.
Nice.
We are.
So
we
yeah.
are. So it will one day. But that episode was classic and
Just
and
trust
lost
us, you
forever.
guys. It was an incredible episode of Cinema Joe's, my old film podcast, and it unfortunately got deleted before it could post, and no one else got to hear it. But it was a wonderful conversation.
It was. It
yeah.
was. And
I'm happy for you guys.
It was. And it because Jurassic Park is one of my two favorite movies of all time besides The Crow. Those are two films I can talk about forever. Obviously, my love of Ian Malcolm / Jeff Goldblum comes from Jurassic Park. That has influenced my taste in men forever and ever. So with this trailer, I was like, this finally feels like it's giving me that same energy because I've been missing that. As much as I enjoyed watching my man in The Lost World, the scare factor seems to go away. And you have the raptors with names, and it's like I get where you're going, trying to look at the science of how this works, and like really kind of diving into those details, and let's train the raptors. And I wanted the scare factor, and I feel like this is finally going to give us a little bit of that. Yes, it's still, my understanding is this is a standalone film, but it doesn't retcon the Jurassic World franchise. It's supposed to kind of take place in the same timeline. It's just a standalone story that you don't have to watch the previous three films to follow along with. So kind of a side story, side quest, but a scary side quest. I'd hate to be that family that wound up on talk about not having the best vacation.
No, paddling in that little boat. That was just never going to work out for you guys.
Yeah. Especially when your kid gets trapped in that boat. That's
Now, I have to say, we're being pretty positive about it, but I do have to complain about one thing with the franchise overall, which is, so every single movie of the last three movies ended with, and now the dinosaurs are out in the world, and what will happen next? And every time you're like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder what would happen. And then in the next movie, they're like, never mind, they're not out yet. Or and you're like, but why? Like in the third, like the second one definitively ends with all of them are released into the world, and you're like, oh, and you get like this montage of them like in New York City or whatever, and you're like, wow, I can't wait to see what they do with it. And what they do with it is they collect all of the dinosaurs back into a animal sanctuary and just redo the same formula as the last three, except with more locust for some reason, which is what we were all looking for. So I'm a little annoyed that biblical. This movie is giving us another version of what we've already seen in terms of like everyone goes to the island where all the dinosaurs are. And it's like, we have seen that before. So I like that, like what you're saying, like it seems like it might be more scary. It's a really cool cast, a lot of potential. But don't you wish that Jurassic Park could be more than just about a dinosaur-filled island?
I agree.
Well, the funny thing is, it's called Jurassic World, so you would think they're in the world
at one point,
and not in the park. You know what I mean? Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not coming to the Jurassic films for the plot. But I do wish I think it would be a lot more fun if they were just like, oh shit, Asbury Park's totally screwed because there's a Triceratops during a Bruce Springsteen concert. And you're like, all right, that's just a movie I write.
I mean, that actually sounds so cool, though.
Actually, be cool. Like, I mean, even the Mosasaurus.
I'm going to write it.
You have an opportunity with the Mosasaurus to like let it go, like hunt on the beach or something. Like, can you imagine like Cancun and then here comes the Mosasaurus like attacking everybody or something? Like, I definitely feel that it would be nice to see it.
I wonder if
see
they're
them
trying
out in the
to
world.
do a Jurassic World Meg. like
Yeah.
crossover, like the Megalodon versus the Mosasaur,
Ooh.
and it's just like, let's go. You know,
I
they
don't
did
know.
Kong versus Godzilla. Come on, let's go.
No, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, I think it should be in its own right. They're masterpieces. I will be forever a defender, and no matter what, I don't know if it should cross with the Meg. It would be
Oh, I'm
too
not being
messy.
serious. But I'm now gonna, since you're gonna be a defender, I will call you Jessica Jones from now on. So
There we go.
Well, 1000%.
yes,
There we go.
don't
There we
drink
go.
as much.
The one thing that I am happy to see, though, is that the original plans for the Jurassic World franchise was to, at some point, create human dinosaur hybrids that the
Oh.
military could turn into soldiers,
That'd be interesting.
and that ended up getting taken out of the sequels to the original Jurassic World. And I'm just glad that we did not get back around to that idea, that has stayed dead in whatever
It'd be
dinosaur
a
graveyard it
spin-off, though,
is
like
buried.
10 minutes maybe, just seeing what would happen.
That's just like, it's a thing that you
Yeah.
think that you want to see, and then if you see it, you're like,
Mm,
oh god,
that's
no,
valid.
why?
No, I don't think I would not. I was not on board with that from the get go. Like
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
That was
just
the
found out
thing.
now.
It was a whole thing. It was gonna climax in the third one. It was gonna be all about, yeah. And in my
Well,
head, it's just like Street Sharks. Like, you guys remember the cartoon Street
Yes.
Sharks? You know,
Obviously,
yeah.
Amanda, you
I-
don't know what it is.
No, I know of it. I've heard it, but I've never
infamous.
seen it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever watch it, but I
No,
have
no, no,
heard
no,
of
no.
it.
Now you have to. Just watch a trailer of it, and then just be like, "Oh, I'll never get that minute back." It's like Biker Mice from Mars, Street Sharks,
Yeah.
Killer Tomato.
Killer-
Attack of the Killer Tomato.
Cowboys
that
of Moo
cartoon.
Mesa.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a
y'all
whole era,
lost
guys.
me. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Old. That's why. But we could go on for another.
Yes.
We will be talking about these
Yes.
the original and the new Jurassic World movie later on this year. But Alex, before we go, I feel like there's a complication in the world that you want to talk
Yeah.
about before we talk about
Yeah.
some podcasts.
Yeah, sure. So I'm one of the reasons why I'm here today is to help launch the brand new podcast that we're doing for thepopbreak.com and its very own podcast feed. It's called It's Complicated. And it's called that because it is a podcast all about the films and multimedia experiences of my favorite actor, Tom Holland. Me and my friend Manish Mathur, who used to host It Pod to Be You, which is this great rom-com podcast that I did a couple of years ago, or he did many years. I guested on a couple of times. Yeah, we're teaming up. We've talked about this forever to do this Tom Holland project. We saw on the calendar, we said, okay, if we start it now, we can have our big climax for Tom's big month in July of 2026 when he's going to be starring in Spider-Man Brand New Day and Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey in the same month. So
Can't wait.
we are going to be counting down that day by watching every single film that he has ever acted in, including Dolittle. And we're also going to do some fun episodes on his stage performances and a few other fun things along the way that we're really excited about. So that's going to be coming out every other Tuesday. Starting, we did our introductory episode that launched today, and then 2 weeks from now, our first episode on The Impossible will be coming because that was Tom's screen debut. And yeah, it's going to be great. We're going to be every other Tuesday on It's Complicated, a Tom Holland podcast. So check it out.
Listen, I'll make it happen. I always do. But till then, hug your loved ones. Don't end up in an ISB prison camp. And, take care of your lonely dog droids. They're going to miss you one day. Why did I end that so fucking sad?